Hi friends, Asenva here for a Shoujo Saturday. Today we're going to be talking about I feel like it's an emerging, or maybe it's always been there, but I feel like it's a very trending thing right now, which is CEO Love Manga Stories. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm Asenva, your just average geek chic gal who likes everything anime and manga. And on Shoujo Saturdays, which is almost like a tongue twister, we talk about basically primarily just shoujo animes or mangas. I have been in this kick of reading, and it was so funny because it was one of the apps that I was using on my phone that categorized it as CEO Love. So I have a couple of recommendations for you today that I just kind of want to peruse with you over and maybe get you addicted to reading. So I have been downloading several manga apps. I literally have like 4 or 5 different manga readers on my phone. These comics that I'm going to suggest to you today come from the manga app called Tapas. There's a lot of comics out there that basically what this genre of romance or subcategory of romance shoujo manga is that it has to do with a protagonist falling in love or getting into some type of relationship with a higher up in a company. That's pretty much it. And for some odd reason, the protagonist is always like really like, they're always like shy or freaking out over the fact that it's essentially their boss. And oh my god, something happened and now I'm involved with my boss. And it's just, I guess it would be, at the end of the day, that would be kind of really, honestly, yeah, that would be really stressful to be like, I don't know, like attracted to your boss. It's kind of weird. But for some odd reason, I just really can't stop reading this subcategory of manga. And some of them are really good, like they're very shoujo-y, lovey-dovey. And, you know, they make the CEO character into, like, this guy that seems like, you know, cold or whatever because he's all business and stuff like that. But then, oh my god, he really cares for her, you know? Or you get the opposite where he's just a complete a-hole, man. Like, he is just mean. There is one that I was reading, and I think it's on Web Novel. And, like, it's, like, borderline abusive, and I don't know, like sometimes it just takes a far left and it's just like out there and it's like, what am I reading? But anywho's, let's get past that and let me go ahead and give you some recommendations to read for this style of genre. I got a preview for this manga called Positively Yours, and honestly, like, I would just like skip it. Most of the times I was like, I don't know about that, because literally like the preview image for it is like the dude and he's like, it starts off with her and she's like looking at a pregnancy test and she's like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, you know, and then like it skips over to him and then like he's like carrying her bridal style and he's like, let's get married, babe. And then she's like, he's the CEO of my company? Like it's like, it was like very cringe to me whenever I saw that preview like image. I was like, I don't know about that one. I was like, should I read that? That looks kind of weird. And just, I don't know, I just had nothing else to do and I actually started reading it. And like most of these manga series on these apps, they give you like a little taste of it and then you're just like, and then you start, you know, throwing money at it. But basically that's what it is. It did like a horrible job explaining it, because that image, like I literally did bump into that ad several times and I was like, I don't know if I want to read this. But when I started reading it, I was actually very pleasantly surprised. It's a good story. I actually really like it. I think it definitely borderlines more on the mature type reading style, so it definitely isn't like a girly like young, like, you know, high school in love. Like it has some like serious like topics in it and stuff, but it's it's really good. Like, I really enjoy reading it. And to give you a better synopsis of what it is, just a really quick my version of it. It's literally this girl that, like, you know, she's tired of being the third wheel in her friends group and just wants to just live her life. And so one night she just, you know, drinks a little bit too much and, you know, wakes up to this dude, a really hot looking dude, and she's just like, oh god, what did I do? And then, like, you know, she just literally just leaves that room, that hotel room or whatever, and the dude, like, wakes up and he's like, what, you know, what's going on? Why is there money here? It fast forwards to her, whatever, and she finds out she's pregnant. And just like most people, you know, it's a very internal conflict, and she really struggles with it a little bit. And, you know, you come to find that, like, the person, it's not really a CEO, but, like, he is, like, technically, like, a higher up, because she's, like, a teacher, so he's basically, like, on the, you know, chairman board or whatever. And yeah, like, he puts two and two together. He's very smart and figures that that was the girl from that night, and he actually wanted to learn more about her and be with her. And it's nice because he wants to be responsible about it. So the story is, like, them trying to, like, I guess, build a relationship, and her, like, trying to get over her first love, and also now with this new stuff about her being pregnant and stuff, and, like, all this whirlwind of things. So it's really good. I really enjoy it. The art style is fantastic. I love the art. My second recommendation, the reason why I'm wearing the pink hair today, is for this manga on Tapas, another manga on Tapas called A Business Proposal. O to the M to the G. If you guys haven't read this one, please do yourself a favor and go and check it out. It literally, this one is like, he is, like, basically like a CEO of the company or whatever. In this particular story, like most synopsis for other ones, you know, she's poor and she's working for this company, and, you know, she's just a lowly office worker, and she happens to be, like, childhood friends with a woman that is, like, very, very wealthy and very rich, but they've always been friends. Like, we've always been friends, even though, like, we come from different worlds. Anyway, so the older friend is tired because her parents keep on setting her up on these blind dates because they want to marry her off. And so what happens is she's like, ugh, I don't want to go on these blind dates anymore. She's like, come on, girl, do me a solid. Can you just go on this blind date with this boring guy, whatever? I promise I'll pay you, all this, whatever. And yeah, just please go do it. You'll have a nice dinner. Okay, I guess, you know. And then she goes on this blind date, and, you know, she doesn't want to be recognized or anything, so they dress her up. Like, her best friend dresses her up, puts her in a pink wig, like, dresses her super, like, hot looking, you know, and then she's just like, just what I need you to do is just make this the worst blind date ever. You need this guy to basically not want to ever see me again. And so she's kind of like, okay, I guess. So she, like, just puts on this whole persona, you know, and she's like, she's like, I've been with, like, all these guys and stuff. And she's like, yeah, you know, I'm, like, super promiscuous. And then she's like, yeah, and, like, I don't even care about marriage. And she's just like, she, like, throws on this whole thing, and she's like, like, how about you? And then the flip side of this, that blind date happens to be her boss. Like, but she doesn't know that it's him. Like, she doesn't know that that's her CEO. He's in some boiling water right now, too, because he's being forced into these blind dates. And basically, you know, grandfather said, like, you know, if you don't marry somebody, I'm going to take the company away from you. And he loves work. You know, he is that stereotype of the cold businessman that just does business. So he's just like, whatever, then fine, I'll just get married to whoever the next blind date is. And it happens to be pink-haired girl, so he's just like, let's get married. You know, she's trying everything to make him super uncomfortable and stuff, and it's just, you know, he's already set on one thing and he's not budging. So it kind of just develops into this story of, like, you know, him trying to marry this girl, and, like, he wants to find out more about her and stuff. I don't want to like give away too much of the plotline, but it's really funny because, you know, that's not the only date they go on. And of course it's not going to stay like that forever, so stuff happens. But yeah, ever since that first date, like he's just becomes very interested in this girl. Again, the art style is amazing. You won't be disappointed in that. It's funny, like the comedy in it is really hilarious, and I like some of like the comedic images that they throw in there too are really funny. You really want them to be together, like, you know, as the story progresses and stuff, so you won't be disappointed. You got to check that one out. The last one that I have for you comes from Webtoons. I recently caught up to it because I just had stopped at one point, and I just never got a background to reading it, and then I binged it. I binged that bad boy so hard. And the good thing about Webtoons is that like you really technically don't have to pay anything per se, like for the chapters. You just like read it as it comes out. You can buy a fast pass, which enables you to read further than what is like released to the public. Age matters. Just a quick rundown on that real quick for you here too. Literally is this woman that is like older, and when I mean older, I don't really feel like she's old, but like, you know, she's like, I want to say she's like, they give her age, like she's like 30 or 30 something or something like that. She just, you know, and it's so relatable. It's so relatable because like she's in this point in her life where she sees all of her friends are already married and like they have kids and stuff, and you know, they're successful, or like, you know, they're loving their careers or whatever, and then she's just there, you know, and she doesn't really like have a job per se, and then like she got out of a pretty like rough relationship herself, and she's just kind of like lost. One of her friends like offers her a job to basically like be like almost like a not nanny, but like a maid or something along those lines. She's supposed to go like a housekeeper for this mysterious dude, you know, and you know that she was going to be gone for like a couple of months or something for vacation, but she'd already accepted the job or whatever. So anyway, she takes it, right? She takes it because why wouldn't she take it? It's money. So she takes it, right? And it seems like it's going to be easy work and stuff. And lo and behold, she finds that it's the person that lives in that apartment. He's young. I think they say that he's 7 years younger than her, I think is the age difference. Like he's very successful, like he owns his own I think he is the owner of the company, but he's also, you know, one of those higher up people or whatever, CEO type people, and he's very strict with her, and he's like, you know, this is what I want, clean the house, I need food, and drop it off here, and don't talk to me, and blah 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 blah. You know, a series of events, everything happens, like fast forward. I'm not gonna give too much away, but you can definitely go read the rest of the series for yourself. She ends up working for him, which it starts playing off the whole CEO Love thing, because she's technically like an employee for him now, and he's the boss, and of course sparks are gonna happen, you know. But it's so nice because it's refreshing, because again, it's like very relatable. Like there's like a lot of stuff in there that's like serious stuff that happens that you're just like, oh dang, like, you know, that is everyday normal problems that people run into. It's not just the like, oh, he doesn't like me because of my hair. Like, no, it's like real serious stuff in there, and you just really feel for the characters, and you just want her, the main character, her name is Rose. You really want Rose to get her happily ever after and stuff, and you really fall in love with the dude. His name is Daniel, and come on guys, like, who are we kidding here? We just want them together, okay? That's what it is. In this particular series, it's that whole thing. It's not only just the whole, like, you're my boss, you know, and I might have feelings for you, but it's also, like, she's like, really hung up on the fact that she's, like, older than him, which is also really nice, like, refreshing take on things, because, you know, sometimes we see a lot of the opposite. It's like the guy is older than the girl, and in this one it's the girl is older than the guy, so pretty neat. I really like it. Again, the art style, beautiful, coloring, everything's really nice, and the comedic stuff in it is just really funny too. I really like it. It's a very enjoyable comic, and you won't be disappointed. Man, so I hope you check out some of these series. Again, I don't know, like, they still fall into the category of romance, but it's just funny because developed into this like subgenre of like CEOs and love. It's like weird. It's kind of weird, like, honestly, when you're reading it, I mean, you do think about it, and you're like, it's not that bad, but then, like, when you actually sit back and think about it in your own career, and you're like, what if I did fall in love with my boss, and it's kind of like, Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and keep reading manga and being awesome, and I'll see you guys in another video soon. じゃあねー